Welcome to the Urbex Historian. Today, we are going to take you on a journey through an abandoned mansion. This grand place has been deserted for about 8 years. Right now, we aim to show you what remains of what was once a bustling, stately home. Due to the many changes regarding the use of Sedbury, all of the contents of what you would expect to be here, such as old furniture, antiques, paintings and fittings, were relocated, sold or removed. But we hope, as you join us through the hallways and the rooms, you can unlock your imagination to picture what it would have been like all those years ago. Sedbury House is a Grade 2 listed Georgian building designed by Sir Robert Smirke, an architect who is known for his neoclassical designs. He was most recognised for his work on the British Museum in London, which exemplifies the Greek Revival style. It could be said that there is a flavour of that here at Sedbury, especially the main building. The surrounding estate was established as Barnesville around 1800 by Sir Henry Cosby. In 1825, it was bought by the historian and antiquary George Ormerod, who renamed it Sedbury Park and commissioned Smirke to add classical colonnades and a portico to the existing house. Ormerod's youngest daughter, Eleanor Ann Ormerod, was born there in 1825, later becoming a renowned entomologist. There is, however, some dark history to this place. When Sedbury Park became a boarding school for what was labelled then problem children in the 1970s, over a decade of sexual offences were committed here. Operation Shogun, set up in 1998, centred on childhood sexual abuse at Sedbury Park School. This continued for 7 years. It was the longest, full-time, joint investigation of its kind, run by Gloucestershire Constabulary and local social services, where 22 people were convicted for a range of sexual offences and offences against the person. Some may be left wondering, why was it allowed to happen for so long? So much abuse go unnoticed in an establishment such as this. These boys were failed by the system, and many would have said nothing. Unfortunately, it's a common theme that we see repeated throughout history. Let us have a few moments' silence to remember those who suffered here. So what we are seeing here are still the internal rooms of the main building leading on from the mezzanine. However, as we move forwards, we enter the other sections which were adapted for the purposes of the care home. In 1875, the estates were bought by the businessman and politician Samuel Marling, and his son, Sir William Henry Marling, made major alterations to the house around 1898. The estate included 25 farms in Tiddenham, Hughesfield and Wollaston. At some point, the house was the home of Colonel Sir Percival Marling, VC, before he sold it in 1921. It then became a hotel and an approved school in 1942. As mentioned earlier, in the 1930s, many of the fittings and furnishings were removed from Sedbury House. These were displaced, and according to other records, the majority of the contents were transferred to the Tennessee home of Leslie Cheek, heir to the Maxwell House coffee empire. At the top of Sedbury Cliff overlooking the Severn Estuary is one end of the Offerdykes Path, a waymarked long-distance footpath and national trail, stretching to Protestin in North Wales, close to the Wales-England border. In the late 1980s, Sedbury Park became a residential care home for the elderly, with more than two-thirds of residents suffering from dementia. Several extensions were added to cater for the residents. It appears that the newer sections comprise of a commercial-style kitchen, an activities room, and various reception areas. In 2016, Four Seasons Healthcare announced it was closing the care home as it was running at a loss. The majority of the residents were relocated to homes within Gloucestershire and Monmouthshire. After the COVID-19 situation, some online social media pages suggest that a company attempted to set up a 5-star spa, hotel and wedding venue, but it seems that this business venture failed to materialise. To this day, the entire estate was abandoned and left to decay. Please like, share and subscribe to support this channel.